Hey guys, just a quick video before the video you guys are about to watch comes up. This video was recorded in November, I think maybe the 6th, and it was supposed to be scheduled for the 8th of November, but most of you know from Instagram and my Facebook, but if you don't, my mum passed away on the 7th of November, so every video was just put on hold, nothing was released. But I figured, you know what, I need to at least put this intro in before this video starts, so then you guys will know it's the Britney Spears' Memoir book, which you guys are about to watch. But like I said, it was recorded in November, but I'm ready now to put it out, because like I said, after Mum passed, there was nothing. I wasn't ready to do anything at that time, but I've just put this video in the front just so everyone that's watching will know that this video is from November, the one that you guys are about to watch, and that's also why I've sort of been quiet on all the social medias. My mum passed away, like I said, on the 7th of November. She passed away at home and I found her, and that I will never forget that for as long as I live. Very, very hard to come to terms with. It's only been 2 months at the moment, and I'm still coming to terms with it, and I'm slowly going back into recording because I know that that's what she would have wanted, because she was a part of the pop vinyl journey for me. Even though she wasn't on my videos, she still was in the background, and plus if you watch this video, you'll be able to hear her coughing in part of the video, and then another part she goes to the fridge to grab something. So this video for me is going to stay forever in my collection, because usually I do a video, edited it, get it ready to release it, and then when I release it I delete it from my computer just so I can have more space. But this one has already been saved to USB, and that USB is going to stay with me forever. The video you guys are about to watch is not going to be deleted, because like I said, my mum's in it. She's coughing and then she goes to grab something from the fridge, and like I said, I think this was recorded on the 6th, so the day before she passed. So but you know, I don't know if I'll be back every Wednesday, but I'm releasing this video now, and there's one more that you guys will see that was recorded last year, and then after that it will be new videos, but like I said, I just don't know when they'll be out, but I just wanted to put this video in first just so you guys know. Enjoy the video and please stay safe, everyone. And I hope you guys all had a happy new year and a very Merry Christmas as well. Hopefully it was enjoyable for you guys. It was hard for me, but I lucky I had family with me and friends. But enjoy the video and stay safe. See ya. Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Gabs the Collector, Gabs here. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Today we have Britney Spears' book, Memoir, The Woman in Me. I finally got my hands on this. I pre-ordered it in July, and I did Afterpay, which is 4 payments every 2 weeks. So this was paid off in September, but the book came out October 24th, so it was a Tuesday here, and I called up the company, but I waited a week just in case, you know. I thought I'll give them a week. So came out Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You don't count Saturday and Sunday. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That Thursday, I called them up and I asked them if there's any info on my order, and the lady ended up finding the info, but the reason why it wasn't sent out is because Afterpay didn't pay them. So I was like, okay. So I already paid Afterpay as well. So the book was paid for. I wasn't still paying, it was paid for. So Afterpay got their money, but the company I pre-ordered it from didn't. And then, so she just sent a refund. And then lucky it didn't take that long, because by Friday it was in the account and I was able to pick it up. I picked it up from Kmart. I'll leave a link to Kmart in the description below. Kmart's pretty good. You know, I did end up getting it for a few dollars cheaper, which is always very good. My local did not have the book. She said it sold out 2 days before I got there. And then lucky, the one that's probably 25 minutes away from me, they had copies, they had 10. So lucky, I went down and got it from them. And then I was like, yes, I am a reader, but I thought, I wonder how long it's going to take me to read this book. Because usually it takes me a while to read books. But that went down the toilet, because I picked it up on Friday and I started reading it on Saturday and I was finished by Sunday. So, okay, I can read fast then, but I had no idea. But I'm going to start talking about the book now, so there will be some spoilers. If you are planning on reading the book, either physical copy or ebook, or listen to the audio, then, you know, close the video now. As much as I would like you to watch the video, I don't want to spoil it for you guys. So if you are, like I said, planning on reading it or listening to it, then log off now, and then we can start talking about it for the people who are not going to read the book or listen to the audio. Or, I mean, you can still do that. Even if you do click and still watch, you can still, the book is pretty insightful, and I'm not going to spoil everything in the book. So then that's why you can still read the book, and, you know, if you plan on doing that. But, you know, if you still shouldn't listen. But if you're not planning on reading it, and then you do change your mind and want to read it, then it still won't spoil as much for you. But, okay, so let's get Justin out of the way, because I've already made 2 videos about him. So I don't want to make this video about him, because the book isn't about him either. Despite some of his fans thinking that that's all the book is about, and she's ruining his marriage. No. It's probably 10% about him in the book, and that's it. The rest is about the conservatorship, her going through it and being in the middle of it for 13 years, and then finding out about the Free Britney movement, and then leaving, like getting, you know, starting the process of getting out of it, and her childhood. That's pretty much what the book is about. So I have, well, I kind of do know where it has come from, because these JT fans have not read the book. Because if they have read that, if they did read the book, that thread or post or on the forum, it wouldn't have been posted. But they obviously didn't read the book, because there was a post about that saying that the book is all about Justin, and she keeps blaming Justin and everyone else except for herself. And it's like, number one, did she put herself in the conservatorship? Did she give herself all the pills that her dad gave her? Was she the one that, did she do that to herself? Then maybe she can blame herself. No, she didn't though. So who the hell else is she gonna blame but the people that did it to her? It's like, I can't believe it, where these people up in their mind where they think that kind of stuff. It's like, she's not just blaming someone for the fun of it who didn't actually do anything. She's blaming the people that actually did do stuff to her. So I don't know where you even get the theory of her blaming other people as if to say that these people are innocent and she's just blaming them for fun. So again, read the book, because we know you haven't. Read the book, and then all these things will be debunked. Because like I said, 10% about Justin, the rest is about everything else. And the part that she does talk about Justin is yes, you know, they were young when they were dating, and she ended up getting pregnant. And she did want to keep the baby, but Justin didn't want to. So she had to have the A word. Not adoption, the other one. But Justin didn't want to go to the hospital or anything like that because he didn't want people knowing. Which, in all honesty, I actually believe if they did go to the hospital and people did find out, yes, there'll be some people saying, oh, they're stupid, they're, you know, idiots or reckless or whatever. But it doesn't matter. It would have showed us that they're still humans and they still make mistakes, which we all know that, but at least we would have seen it. You know, like, yeah, they're human and they're owning up to what they've done as well. But he wanted to keep it a secret, and it's like, why? Even if, I honestly believe if they did tell us, nothing would have happened to both their careers. Nothing. Because they were young and they were teenagers. So I don't understand. Like, it still doesn't make sense to me why he wanted to keep it a secret. Because I honestly don't believe anything would have happened to their careers. Because they didn't do anything against the law. They fell in love and they're sleeping together, which is what people do when they're in love, or even for fun. But then they had, you know, then the baby came along. So it's like, it's not like they did anything that's against the law, which, you know, can be jail time, for example. So that's why I don't understand. Both their careers wouldn't have been affected because they didn't do anything that's against the law. But so I always, you know, when she was saying that in the book that he never wanted to go to the hospital, I kept thinking, why? Like, it just seems weird. You know, like, I can understand if they did do something that was bad and they're trying to hide away, but they didn't. That's why I don't know. Maybe because I'm an adult, I'm thinking like that now. I don't know. But it just seemed very weird to me. But so she had to do it at home, and she had to take pills, and so then, you know, the A word, like, you know, that A word can happen. And she was in a lot of pain. She was suffering. She was on the floor, vomiting, and a lot of pain and blood. And then he thought to himself that it would be good to get a guitar and sit next to her and strum some music. And it's like, this isn't the time to be romantic or sweet. Because to me that's not, oh, this is something sweet. No, it's not. It's not Valentine's Day. It's not her birthday. It's not you just wanting to serenade her, or that's sweet, but not, like, seriously, you're the one that's causing this for her, because she could have easily gone to the hospital. Now, I don't know what happens at the hospital when you get that procedure, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like doing it at home. You know, the hospital has what's it called, medicine, and you know, make you numb or make you sleepy, or I don't know what they do over there, but I'm pretty sure it's not exactly like what happens at home. And you're gonna strum your guitar because for whatever reason you didn't want to go to the hospital. It's like, I don't understand. Like, I still don't understand. And the thing is I also, you know, when I see people saying, oh, this is 20 years ago, she needs to get over it. No, it wasn't 20 years ago. I mean, it was, but with Justin it wasn't 20. It was 20 years ago, but then as for my rant video, it was ongoing. Just 2012, as far as we know, he called her that B word while Cry Me a River was playing in the background. That was 10 years ago, and I'm pretty sure if I was to dig up more info, I'm pretty sure I'll find him still talking about her in 2013, 14, 15, 16 and onwards. So don't give me the crap of, oh, it was 20 years ago. No, it wasn't, because it was ongoing for Justin. It wasn't just 20 years ago. So it's like, that needs to die out, because it wasn't just 20 years ago. So people can't keep using that excuse anymore, that, oh, they were young, it was 20 years ago. No, because what would JT's excuse be in 2012? He was not a teenager then, he was a full adult man. So what would his excuse be then in that time then? Like, please tell me, like, are you going to turn around and say, oh, they were young? No. But you know, it just, and that's pretty much that's pretty much about him in the book. Like, that's why I say 10%, because that's it about him. There are some mentions of him during the book as well in other chapters, but it's just like of her remembering, oh yeah, this is what me and Jay used to do. But that's pretty much like the bulk part of him in the book, and that's it. That's why I say those people that are sticking up for him, they haven't read the book. And to me, it's funny because I know they look like idiots. I don't need to comment because I try not to deal with trolls, because that's what they are. Because if they read the book, then there wouldn't be those posts. And then we have to talk about her ex-husband, K shitbag or K douchebag, whatever you want to call him. I don't want to say his real name I just don't like him. With him, I don't understand how he ended up being on a magazine, I think in one of the articles, as one of the best fathers. And it's like, are you serious? Seriously? He left Britney for weeks and weeks on end while she had her first son and pregnant with her second one and his second one. Well, I don't know, I think he had 5 by then, but I just mean with him and Britney, second child, and he left her on weeks and weeks and weeks without even being there. She was the one looking after, well, the baby and then when she was pregnant. But even when both of them were born, 1 year after each other, she still was looking after both of them while he was weeks and weeks and weeks on end. He was in the recording studio because he thought he was a rapper, which don't make me laugh. But anyway, and see, it makes me laugh because he thought that he could use Britney to be famous, but he's only famous for being a gold digger. That's pretty much it. If he really was talented, then he would have had a career. So I'm kind of happy that he did not get famous how he thought he was through Britney. So that kind of makes me a little bit happy that he didn't get famous like he wanted to through her. He got famous in a bad way as a gold digging person, because that's exactly what he is. And you know, Britney Rose, she would go to the studio so she can see him because she hasn't seen him for weeks and weeks. And her bodyguards that used to work for her would be like, oh no, Kevin doesn't want to see you. Oh shit, crap, I said his name. K shitbag doesn't want to see you. And then she wouldn't be allowed in. And so she would go back home. And she kept doing that. She kept trying to see him, and he wouldn't let her. Well, she wasn't allowed. And it's like, and then he gets, I don't know if it's an award, but he gets mentioned in a magazine that he's the best dad. It's like, do you realize he didn't even care about Britney or his kids? He only cared about the money. Because in all honesty, if he wasn't gonna get money, he wouldn't have taken custody of the kids. Like, I'm just saying, like, if there was a world out there where, for whatever reason, the father doesn't get money on the kids, he wouldn't have taken them. He would have given Britney full custody. I can guarantee you that's what he would have done. He only took them because he knew he would be able to take money from her until they were both 18. And then he still tried to take more money from her even after they turned 18 by taking them to Hawaii. Because apparently over there, if they're still in school or uni, I think, or college or something, they can still be paid child support, I think. Yeah, I think that it works that way. But whereas in America, if you're 18, that's it. The person who is paying the other parent gets nothing anymore. So it's like, is that not about money? Yeah, it is. But so he was just an idiot, and also with the forms as well, saying that Britney is attacking Justin and his marriage, that she forgot what she did to Kevin and his girlfriend at the time and 2 daughters. And it's like, again, you're just proving that you didn't read the book, because that can be debunked straight away. She had no idea that he was even seeing anyone, let alone have 2 daughters. And when she finally found out, she said it was 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. Like, it wasn't really long. Like, it wasn't like a year or 2 years when she found out, but it was a few months after they already started dating. So by then, I'm pretty sure she was already in love with him, and she wanted to be with him. But I can guarantee you, when she confronted him, she hasn't written this in the book, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out that when she confronted him about this girl and the 2 daughters, I can just see it right now, him saying to her, "Oh, don't worry, babe, I'm not even with her anymore. Oh, don't worry, I don't even like her and I don't even want to be with her. I want to be with you." And then she's like, well, okay, they've obviously broken up. And he probably would have made it that they were broken up already before he even went with Britney. And it's like, read the book. Read the book before you put posts up that can easily be debunked and make all of the JT fans look like idiots. Well, the ones that are commenting, not the ones that are staying quiet. So it's like, she had no idea she had no idea about the girl, she had no idea about any of that. And he just, like, it's like, do your research. Even if you don't read the book, do your research. It's out there. Like, it's out there. She had no idea about the girl, about the 2 daughters. She had no idea about any of that. And I think that girlfriend did do an interview, saying that, I'm not sure, but I think she did. Lies as well. She only did it so she can get some extra cash. Which, in all honesty, I think both of them had it planned. Allegedly, I don't want to get in trouble. I'll have to say allegedly. But I think both of them were in on it to, take money from Britney. Because after he broke up with Britney, he did go back to the first girlfriend. But now I think he's with someone else. But that's allegedly. Allegedly. Don't come for me. Allegedly. But, so he turned out to be an idiot, which I think we all knew that anyway. And he also was using the kids to get his way with Britney. And that's why I'm hoping the kids read this book, and they start talking to their mother, because it is really sad that they actually were brainwashed by her father and the ex-husband, care douchebag. Because they honestly were. Because I again don't have proof, but I can only imagine what her father was saying to them behind closed doors in their ears. I can only imagine. And the father. Their father, I mean. So now we need to get on the topic of her dad. I'll just have a few things. Now we have to get on to her father, the most evil one out of all of them. I still don't know how he was able to continue this conservatorship. I don't know how, because in all honesty, if she had no kids, when he came to her in 2008 for her to sign the conservatorship, I think she would have told him F you. Told him exactly where to go. But he knew what he was doing. He came to her in 2008, and I bet you any money, even though I don't know proof, I bet you any money he promised her because it was only supposed to be for a year. So he obviously promised her that it was only supposed to be for a year, but then he used her kids and dangled it in front of her and probably said to her, I know you'll be able to see them more, do this, it'll be very good for you, it'll look good on ya, and then you probably get the kids back. God knows what he would have told her to make her sign. Because in all honesty, if she didn't have any kids, I don't think she would have even signed any papers and told them exactly where to go. But she had kids, and obviously she loves them, and that's why she signed. Because she truly does love them. But then he just stuck to it for 13 years, and I still don't understand how that was able to happen. I'm shocked. And it's very bad. She came home. She came home, I think, from the Las Vegas residency, and she came home. Well, not to her home, but to where she was staying, and her kids were there. And she was like, all she wanted to do was just put on some popcorn and watch a movie with them that whole night. But she wasn't allowed. Her dad forced her to go to a meeting, and she told him, but I've already been going and I haven't missed any, since you told me I need to go. Can I just have this one time with my kids? No, he didn't let her, and he didn't let her. And then, so again, God knows, after he sent her to that meeting, God knows what he would have said to the kids, after he sent her to that meeting. I don't have proof, but God knows what he would have told the kids when he sent Britney to that meeting. And she wanted to see him, she wanted to be there with him, but he didn't let her. And then he also actually said to her at one time in the office, she wrote in the book, he said to her that he's Britney Spears now. And that's scary to think, because he actually did become Britney Spears, because now it's starting to make sense, because a lot of people were not so happy, only a few weren't happy with the Las Vegas residency, with the way she was dancing and performing. Now when you read the book, it makes so much sense though why that was like that, because she wasn't allowed to change anything. She wasn't even allowed to remix a song, because she said that she wanted to do all that so she can have fans appreciate the show even more and come visit, and then come down, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks later, and it'd be a different show, still in Las Vegas, and in the same hall or auditorium, but just a different show. And she wasn't allowed to do any of that. She had to stick to every song the same way, the same order, the same choreography, everything the same. And she wasn't allowed to change anything and make it fun for the fans, even though majority of them did have fun and they enjoyed the Las Vegas show. But she, like I said, she wasn't allowed to mix it up. She wasn't allowed to do anything. And like I said, now it's starting to make sense, And also the fact that she said that, they put her on lithium after being on Adderall, I think, and something else, but not anywhere near as hard as the lithium. And they took her off all that and put her on lithium, which basically makes you a zombie. And she was a zombie on the stage, and she said that. She goes, she was, most of the nights, she was just a zombie. And it's like, now it's starting to make sense. But also, she said that she also tried to find dance moves that did not let her move her hair that much, because she said that that's what the team and her dad wanted the most, was for her to flip her hair and flick it, but she didn't want that. So she tried to find moves that can just keep her hair, in the back in the same place. And then it's like, now it's starting to make sense. It's starting to make sense, because we don't know Britney personally, but we know Britney as the artist. And it's starting to make sense that, I'm pretty sure a lot of fans would have thought, why is the show the same way? You know, like, because like I said, I'm pretty sure we know Britney as the artist and we've seen her concerts before and they have been different. But the Las Vegas one was the same for 5 years. And now it's starting to make sense. Like, yes, that's starting to make sense. Of course, at the time, we might have not known. I mean, we knew about the Free Britney movement and what her dad was doing to her, but I don't think we knew about that side of it, you know. And, you know, she, like I said, she wasn't allowed to do anything, you know. She wasn't allowed to drink coffee. She wasn't allowed to have any drinks. Like, if she wanted an alcohol here and there, she wasn't able to go with her friends anywhere. She wasn't able to go to dinner. She had an allowance. Her father was getting paid way more than that, and he would give her an allowance only. And she said that she went to a restaurant to take her dancers for a night out, and she told him that it's on her, and she went to pay and it was declined because Britney Spears didn't have enough money in her account, because she was getting an allowance for the money she worked for, not her father. She did all the work. And it's like, oh my God, like, can you imagine that? You want to go somewhere and you don't have enough funds. Yes, I know that does happen now in life with all the, you know, with all the prices going up and the, you know, with what's happening. But this is a different story. You know, this is someone who has worked her whole life and has had the money available, but she wasn't able to use it, which she made the money, so she should be able to use it any way she wants. But he would give her an allowance, but he would be taking, I think she said it was a lot. He was taking millions for his paycheck. And I did always think, you know, why is the father so invested in this company? Like, it just, even because if he just met them brand new, you would be maybe invested, but not that much. And I kept thinking, why is he invested in this company so much? Like, but I just, you know, that thought just went back into my mind and I forgot about it. But in the book, Britney actually writes that her dad owed them money. He owed them $40,000 in debt. So he obviously paid them back and then paid them some more. And it's like, again, I still don't understand, because she was able to perform around the whole world, work and go on concerts and tour, do the Las Vegas residency, but she wasn't allowed to drink coffee. She wasn't allowed to drive. And those are more easier stuff than traveling around the whole world and remembering dance moves and then a Las Vegas residency. That's natural. The normal part in life, like the coffee and the driving, and that comes easily to everyone. And I know that the performing comes easily to Britney as well, but you know, she couldn't do the normal human stuff, but she was able to do traveling. And it's like, you know, I'm so glad that the fans caught on that, because that actually makes sense now. It's like, because as far as I know, a conservatorship is for someone who is literally like gone, either gone physically, so they can't move their body, can't do anything, or gone mentally, as in Alzheimer's, dementia, and just like up here, gone, like they don't remember their finances, they don't remember their house, they just don't remember anything, and they're completely gone. That is usually what a conservatorship is for. They assign someone to that person, and then that person, either family member, brother, sister, cousin, or third party, looks after that person's finances, bills, house. That's usually what a conservatorship is for. Not for someone who at the time was not diagnosed with any illness, was fit, was there in body and there in mind as well. So it's like, that's why, like I said, I think because he used her kids against her and promised her it was only supposed to be a year and she signed, then the judge maybe at first thought, okay, well, yeah, she obviously does need this conservatorship. She's, even Britney herself signed it. But then, like I said, it just stayed for 13 years. And it's like, I can't believe he actually got away with that, and she has written in her book that, she was scared of her dad, which I don't blame her, because from what he did to her, very scary, man. She wasn't, like I said, she wasn't even allowed her own body. She wasn't even allowed to make her own choices on her own body. He was in control of her hair. It had to be long. She had to flick it, and that's why I said she tried to do moves that doesn't move her hair. She wasn't allowed to have babies. He put IUD up there, or some mechanic piece, something that so she doesn't have any babies. She wasn't allowed to pick any of her boyfriends. Her boyfriends had to go through a set of questions first before they start dating her, and one of the team people would tell the person, the potential boyfriend, of all her sexual history. And it's like, and they still haven't even met yet. And it's like, why are you, what the F? Like, who the hell does that? That's how controlled she was. And she has said in her book that she didn't feel love from anyone, not even her own family. Her own family she didn't feel loved by them, by her team, by anybody. And she honestly thought that this is what her whole life is going to be like. She's just going to be on the conservatorship and keep working, and then that's it. Because, like I said, her phone had programs on there. She couldn't visit anything. So that's why she never even saw about the Free Britney movement. She knew nothing about it because her phone was tracked and had apps on it, like a kid's, like the kids protection, or what do you call it? Kids security, like for kids. They put that on her phone. So that's why I 100% believe her that she didn't know anything about the Free Britney movement until the last rehab that she went to. One second. The last rehab that she went to, one of the nurses there told her to come here, and showed her a picture of the Free Britney movement. And then started showing her videos and protests and, the signs and she saw Free Britney shirts, and she said that actually started to make her stronger because she could see, like, oh my God, my fans love me. They're here for me, and they've been here for me for a while, and I never even knew about it. And then she said that nurse was the start, and us as well, the Free Britney movement was the start of her going through that and getting out of it. And like I said, I'm so glad she's out of it now. She's free, she's happy. Sorry, and she could do whatever she wants now. And if she doesn't want to release music, that's fine. Yes, I'll be sad, but that's fine. That's her life. She can keep writing books if she wants. I'll be happy. But it just like the book was a good read, and like I said, if you guys are planning on reading it, you can still read it. I didn't spoil too much about it. There are other stuff in there as well. But I thought I'll probably leave it there. Don't want to give too much away. But like I said, it's a good book. You guys should check it out. Very, very good book. And I'm not surprised that it's the #1 bestseller and also the fastest selling celebrity book in history. So she even beat Prince Harry. So it's like, go Britney. But yeah, if you are going to check it out, check it out. It is a good book. But like I said, I'm glad she's free and she's happy now. And if she does do a part 2, I think part 2 is going to be, like I said in the rant video about Justin, I think part 2 will be about more about the entertainment. Like she might talk more about the behind the scenes of her Las Vegas residency, the parts that she liked from that days, and she might talk about behind the scenes of the MTV Movie Awards, like more in detail. She talks about it a little bit in the book, but maybe more details, and she'll talk about tours in more details. Maybe that might be part 2. Although I am intrigued, because I know this book was supposed to be 320 pages, but it ended up being 288 pages. So that's what, 34 pages gone from the book. And I'm kind of curious as to what those 34 pages were and what they said. But I doubt it we'll ever know, because if they took it from this book, those 34 pages out, then she probably won't be able to release it in part 2. So we probably never know. But alright, that's all I have for you guys today. I don't want to go too long already. It's already gone on for very long. But if you have stuck this far with me, thank you so much. I hope you did enjoy the video. And if you're new here, please click like, subscribe, comment down below. And if you're returning, thank you so much. It does mean a lot. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. And please stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.